I really believe that we can have the life that we desire, but it just requires effort, and it requires patience, and it requires trust, and it requires faith, and it requires making mistakes and messing up and starting over. Like, it requires a lot.
Love yours. No such thing. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than
Happy Sunday. Oh man, it was really weird waking up in my room today. I don't know, it's like, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to describe it. It's just, it feels almost like stepping into a whole new reality. I mean, it is like stepping into a whole new reality because, like, for the last couple of weeks, I've been at my mom's house. And so that's been what my regular routine has been. And like getting up there, seeing the scenery there, it's just been that. And so to be back home, it's like, it's like bittersweet in some ways because I miss my mom. I've been with her for a while and I miss her. I miss being around her, and being in her presence. But I also really missed being home and being in my own space and my own energy. So it's like that bittersweet feeling. And obviously I'm going to be seeing her. It's just getting used to like being in my own space again and like being in my room. So like, you know, like getting up and getting dressed this morning. Well, not even getting dressed because I still got my pajamas on, but just doing like my skincare and brushing my teeth. Like, it felt like some sense of normalcy again, and just like having my things and having my stuff around was really, it just felt like home. It really felt like home. So, so I'm feeling good today. Getting clarity on like my vision, like my big vision, this big thing that I want to strive for in this lifetime, like this, the big thing that I want to like create and like put out into the world. Like, I got clarity on that in an extra way a couple weeks ago. And like, I've been kind of, you know, just like navigating this space really like intuitively, just kind of like, I would get a nudge for something or get a whisper about something, and then that's what I would do. Like, even this, like YouTube, I love YouTube. I love the concept of YouTube, but I've always loved YouTube, and it's always been something that I wanted to do, but I had so much fear around it and so much fear around being seen and like just being perceived by people. Like, that really was such a big thing, and it is, you know, and it is still something that I navigate through, like this whole concept of being seen and really like sharing myself with people, with the world and stuff. And like, it is, it is just one of my things. It's one of my wounds. It's one of my fears that I think I'm always going to be navigating, right? So I always knew I wanted to do YouTube. I just wasn't like actively doing it. And within the last couple years, this like urge for it just kept like getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And so that's what made me start doing it. Whenever I started, like just randomly, like, okay, just kind of want to start doing this thing. And same for like being on social media. Like, I hadn't been on social media in like 3 years. I had deleted my Instagram back in 2019. So I was off social media for like a couple of years, and then even like getting back on, it just felt like it was the right time. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have like a strategy or like, I had none of that. I was literally just like going off vibes. I was just like, this feels good. I'm gonna get on here and kind of like play around and see like, how do I want to use this thing? And having those couple of months of just like playing, it really has been fun. And like, I think all of that, like all of that being in the actual like action part of it and the actual doing part of it, I think is what allowed this like clarity to come. And it's one of those things that I know anyone who's experienced this, you're going to know exactly what I mean. It's like, it's one of those things where the clarity is so peaceful. It's like this peaceful feeling, and it's like ease. It's like you just know. It's like I just knew when it came through. It was so subtle, just like a soft whisper, so peaceful, so easeful, but it resonated so much. And I'm like, ah, that's it. I was just like, that's it. And I remember like I was just so excited and I was smiling just as I was thinking about it, thinking about like even now like I'm smiley and giddy because it just makes me feel excited to even think about like bringing this forth into life, like really making this thing manifest. It feels exciting to me, and I've felt like excited and lit up about something in not like this in I don't even know. I don't know that I've ever felt this lit up about something about like I guess feeling purposeful. I guess that's the best way to describe it. Is like there's this sense of purpose. It's like this feels like this thing that like I need to do. It just feels like really really resonant, and I definitely want to be documenting like my journey through this, you know, like I'm documenting my injury and like my recovery in that aspect, but I realized that this is just the start of just a new chapter just in general, like just in general. And it's crazy because I was talking to one of my friends yesterday, and you know, we be talking deep. We just go deep. We be talking about life and just like all of those things. And I was explaining to her just like where it is that I feel that I am right now. And I feel like I'm in this in between space. It's like I'm navigating between two worlds of like who I've always been and who it is that I'm becoming. And it's crazy because it's like, you know, they say every 7 years your body like it fully like regenerates. Like you're literally a new person every 7 years because every single cell in your body would have regenerated by then. And I'm approaching my 35th birthday. I'll be 35 in July. Yes, in a couple more months. And obviously that would be me entering in as like a new person. I'm like literally closing out a cycle right now. And it's crazy because it feels like it, and I don't know how to explain it. I think maybe as I keep going on with like recording myself like this and like getting like my thoughts and like the things that are running through my mind, like maybe that then I will start getting more clarity around exactly like what I'm feeling and like how it feels and stuff. But like for right now, it's just so hard to explain. It's like just this thing. It's like I just can feel it. I feel like things are closing up shop and that it's like I'm getting prepared to embark on this next journey or this next phase or chapter of my life. And I feel it from a physical standpoint, just with my physical body, like having this whole experience with having spine surgery and like now literally being in this next phase of it of recovery and like my body recovering. Like I'm starting on a new journey with that of like really like nursing my body back to health so that it is in the best health shape that I've ever been in. That's really where my mind is focused, and that's really what I want to, that's the pathway that I am getting ready to walk on and kind of have started walking on, is really like focusing on my physical body and this vessel and really making this place home. And in the same way or the same space, I also feel it like energetically. Like there's just so much happening. Like there's so much happening. And it's like I can feel it energetically. And then I can also feel it just for like this next phase of this chapter of this thing that I'm like, that I'm going to be building, that I want to create. Like I really believe that we can have the life that we desire, but it just requires effort, and it requires patience, and it requires trust, and it requires faith, and it requires making mistakes and messing up and starting over. Like it requires a lot. It's not just a, oh, this is the life I want to have and boom, it's just there. Like, I believe in magic. I know that magic is real. Like, just when I think about this world and this whole place, this planet, just everything, like, magic is real. Like, I believe in magic, but it doesn't work in the way that I think we think it should, or the way we see it perceived. Like, it's not this like instantaneous thing. It doesn't work like that. It really is a process because it tests you. It requires a lot from you, and in return, you receive. So it's like, it's this give and take that's happening like constantly. It's like this constant give and take, give and take, give and take. And it's rewarding, but it also is challenging. It's both, you know. It's like, you know, duality. It's like things can be more than one thing, and that's just where I'm at right now. So yeah, that was just like a long rounded way of saying how I'm doing on this Sunday, you know. I don't know if I'll be vlogging throughout the day, like with the camera. I don't know. I'm still getting used to like this. I'm getting used to this. Like, I have to get used to like pulling out the camera when I'm doing certain things, when to kind of like have it around, what to document. Like, I'm learning, you know. I don't do this. I haven't been doing this. So I'm learning like what feels good for me. Like, how does it feel good to do this? And I don't know. So I'm taking you guys along with me for the experiment, and we're going to see. So I'm going to put something together, get something to eat, and then we'll just see. We're going to just kind of flow through the day. But yeah, I'll catch you guys. Bye. Wake me up inside teenage dream, baby. Now I try hard to make it, but I got it where I want it now, because it feels so good. And that's about the time she walked away from me. What's my age again? What's my age again? All right, y'all, I'm back. Okay, so I think this battery is gonna die. Oh God, I just got up. Goodness, this is a thing for me. It's like, once I sit, I just don't want to have to get up because it's just challenging. But anyway, so I went out and I did my little errands. It was okay. I think, you know, for the foreseeable future, at least, it's gonna just be like close things. Everything that I did was really, really close, and getting in and out of the car was kind of a lot. My car is pretty low, and so having to do that a couple of times was kind of a lot. So physically, I'm exhausted right now. Like, my body just feels like tired. I feel like lethargic. So that makes sense. My phone is ringing and my battery's gonna die. I'll be back. I'm having cereal, and it's really good. It's this cinnamon raisin almond cereal by this brand, Purely Elizabeth. I like their stuff. Like, you know, for the most part, they have pretty clean and like whole ingredients, which I appreciate, because I'm really trying to be more mindful about what it is that I'm consuming. So the foods that I'm eating, the content I'm taking in, like the people I'm around, like, you know, my energy, all of that. I'm just being mindful of my consumption. And so this is a nice way to like still have cereal without it being like loaded with all the sugar and all this stuff. So I don't really have a lot going on today. Really what I want to focus on and where I want to direct my energy to today is like creative outlets and creative endeavors. So I recorded a video earlier today that I'm going to post on Instagram. I just need to go through it and like edit it and like clean it up a little bit. I just was feeling hit with a little bit of, I guess, inspo this morning. If you don't know, Wednesday is ruled by Mercury. And Mercury is all about communication and the different ways that we communicate our thoughts, our ideas, you know, in words, writing, whatever that medium is. So I guess I'm feeling this Mercurian, is that Mercurian energy? And I was feeling a little chatty this morning. So I just pulled up my camera after I finished showering and getting dressed and stuff. I pulled my camera up in my room and I just started talking about like what I'm kind of like, what I'm navigating through right now. Like what is in the alchemical fire. Like this is a big theme in my life right now. This concept of alchemy and spiritual alchemy, and really taking things and putting them into the fire and completely transforming them into the next iteration or into like something else that's expansive. And what that looks like is really like going into the fire and doing the thing that like goes against the fear, the thing that's coming up for you. So for me right now, I am in the process of building a soul-led business and brand. And for the longest, I really was not claiming it because I had this fear and this insecurity that I won't actually be able to do this, that like this is not something that's feasible. It's too big. The idea, the vision is too big. I'm not going to be able to do this. And that was the thought and the belief that was running in my mind. And so I was making it small. And I was making it small by just how I was referring to it. Like I was referring to it as like this thing that I'm doing. Like, oh, like, yeah, this, you know, this thing that I'm working on. I'm working on this thing. I'm researching. I'm on the computer looking up stuff about this thing and just really downplaying it. And I realized our words are so powerful, and our words are really the caster of spells, and like our tongue is like the wand, and we really make magic with the words that we speak and the words that we think. Our words are so, so powerful. And I realized that in order for me to start to transform and change this belief that I have about myself, I have to change the way that I'm thinking about what it is that I'm doing and really like owning it and claiming it. So instead of calling it this thing, it's like, no, now I'm like, no, it's my business and my brand that I'm building and I'm creating. Like I'm starting this from scratch, from the bottom up, and really working toward building and creating this thing. And just in changing that thought process about how I'm referring to it, all this stuff started coming in. There really is so much power like in that alchemical fire, like where the things go into change once we decide to take the action to change it. And so now that I've stepped into this of like, no, Michelle, you're not just working on that thing. You are working on the business and the brand that is on your heart, the thing that you want to really put out into the world. And so that changes my whole energy around it, and it makes me really want to be committed and focused to it, and getting organized and developing systems and structures to help me to grow this thing into what I want it to be. And again, it came from being open to shifting how I was viewing it, the belief that I had tied to it, throwing it into that fire, and the fire is the action, and being like, you know what, we're changing how we're talking about it, we're changing how we're moving about this thing. If this is what it is that you want, this is what it is you desire, you have to start claiming that thing in now. And that big vision is there for a reason. It's on your heart for a reason. It's a desire for a reason, and it's there. It's like I can see it, like I see it in my mind's eye, I think about it, I visualize on it, and like it feels so good and expansive to me. Like it just feels exciting. And I know that it's going to be a process to get there. Like I very much understand that. And so this part of it is really about like laying down the foundation and just like setting myself up for what's to come. Because everything that happens now is what my business and my brand is going to be built off of. And I really want to make sure that I'm intentional about what it is that I'm building, why I'm building it this way, you know, how it's going to be of benefit to others and to the collective. How do I build community, and what does that community look like? There, you know, there's so many aspects of it, and I just want to be really intentional about it now, so that everything that's built upon that foundation can really withstand and hold its growth. So that is where I'm at today. And that's really what I plan to do. I had a one-on-one meeting yesterday with my marketing and brand strategy coach, and she really is helping me to really gain clarity around this whole thing. So I want to sit with the notes that she took and really like just sit with it, lean into some of it, see how some of it feels, maybe start playing around, doing some creative stuff if I'm feeling the juices. So we'll see. What I recognize is, like, again, when I'm talking about systems and foundations and stuff and structure, like, I want to create a structure that feels realistic and doable to me. And I'm trying to get out of that mindset of feeling like I have to do it a certain kind of way. There's a lot of reframing in that. And so I keep kind of going back and forth with this thing of like, oh, posting every week. But like, that doesn't feel good to me. That doesn't feel aligned to me, if I'm just being honest. Like, posting a vlog every week. Let me be more specific. Like, posting a vlog type video every week doesn't feel realistic to me. I think I need more time in between, and I want to listen to that. And so I want to give myself space. So I think I might put up a vlog maybe like every other week. I want this to be sustainable and realistic for me, who's having to do everything myself at this stage in the game. So I want to set myself up for success, not for failure. Set yourself up for success. Do the things that are realistic and achievable and doable for you now. Like, forget all these outside external expectations of what we think we should be doing. The shoulds are like ruining us, like, just as a society. Like, all these shoulds about what we think we're quote unquote supposed to do, that is somebody else's ideal of success or somebody else's ideal of something. The real search for truth is really like identifying what does that mean to you? It's like, what is success to you? What does it mean for you to feel like you've made it, or whatever the case is? That is something each person individually has to discover for themselves. And we can't do that when we're aligning with the shoulds. We can only do that when we're aligning with what feels right to us. That's how we figure it out. All right, well, it looks like my battery's gonna die. I think I need new batteries or something. I feel like these batteries that I have are trash, and they're about to die after like a little bit of time. I gotta do a little bit of research then on some batteries, because the one that came with this camera accidentally got washed in the washing machine, so it's that one is done. And these other two I had just bought. I think I might have bought them off of Amazon or something, but yeah, I'm not really feeling it. I feel like they're not lasting. So I'm gonna stop talking now. I'm gonna have to do a swap out of this, and I'll catch y'all later, either later today or tomorrow. All right, bye. What's up, y'all? Happy Friday. I think I'm gonna close the vlog out here today. To be honest, as of right now, I barely even remember what I recorded. So y'all know I'm just getting used to this. I'm getting in the flow. But yeah, I feel led to kind of close out the vlog here. And this week really provided me with so much clarity and also so much confirmation. And I feel really good about the next steps for this and what I'm doing and what I'm creating and building, and I'm excited to share it with you guys. I had a really, really resonant idea that came to me earlier this week, and I might have talked about it. I don't even remember. Again, I don't remember. But I feel good about executing on that. So I'm gonna end it here, and I will catch you guys later next time. Beyonce's album dropped today. I have not listened to it yet, so I want to spend some time being with that. I don't know if I'm gonna do it today, but it's definitely gonna be sometime over the weekend. I want to sit and I want to get into that. So I will catch you guys next time. Thank you for watching. See you later. Bye.
This ain't Texas, ain't no hold 'em. So lay your cards down, down.